Syed Zafar Islam, the Aam Aadmi Party says this is one, victory of truth, two, victory of democracy and constitution, and defeat, according to the Aam Aadmi Party, of dictatorship.
Well, Gaurav, I think they should speak to some constitutional expert. You just take a view of the constitutional expert and they will tell you that there is a violation of Article 14. Somehow everyone feels that our Supreme Court has been extremely generous. I mean, we do not want to make any statement against the order which has been passed by the Honorable Supreme Court, but I'm talking about the constitutional experts, what they feel that Supreme Court has been extremely generous while granting him interim bail, and our party should not celebrate it. It is a temporary measure which has been taken by the Honorable Court, and this is unprecedented, and this is one of its kind where the bail has been granted, he has been also asked to surrender on 2nd of June. So barely 3 weeks have been given an exceptional case which the Honorable Supreme Court has mentioned, that as an exception they are giving this kind of courtesy to Arvind Kejriwal, and 3 weeks for campaign. But same courtesy has not been extended to many others, like the tribal leader Hemant Soren. Hemant Soren has not been extended the same courtesy. Likewise, the Manish Sisodia has not been extended the same courtesy. Why the exception has been made for Arvind Kejriwal is something which everyone would want to know. And as I said, the constitutional expert feels there is a violation of Article 14, and this shouldn't have been done.
Fair enough. We'll get Raghav Avasthi to weigh in on that. But Shubh Malhotra has a huge smile. Has a huge smile on her face. Shubh Malhotra, the BJP says it's just interim bail for a specific period of time. It's not innocence that's been proven in a court of law.
Well, the first thing I would like to say is that, with the 21st March arrest of Arvind Kejriwal, it was very, very clear the things that transpired post that not only did BJP drop its foot on the axe, but not only did BJP drop the axe on the foot, but actually dropped its foot on the axe. Because all that transpired, how Aam Aadmi Party went to the streets and sought people's support, and how people thronged our rallies and people thronged all our road shows and came out. So actually it became quite evident that with the arrest of Arvind Kejriwal, the tide turned, and people suddenly understood that the Bharatiya Janata Party, through ED and through other constitutional forces, are trying to undermine the constitution, undermine the democracy, and undermine the mandate of the people. And which is why today, in particular, is a victory for our constitution. It is victory for the democracy. It is a victory for the people of Delhi, victory for the people of India, because not just is it ED which vehemently opposed this bail. Yes. And despite that, the Supreme Court went ahead and gave this bail, because the Supreme Court understands probably that the fundamental right to freedom, not just of any individual, but also of a sitting chief minister, it is sacrilege to even one day violate that right that has been given to him basis our constitution. And he is out right now on interim bail, despite the vehement opposition, and despite, he is a sitting chief minister. He is 3 times chief minister of Delhi, thumping majority. The courts made the comments. I'll just complete in 1 second. The courts made the comments of the suspect timing of his arrest, of the suspect timing at the cusp of elections. It was very evident that it was there to deliver a body blow to Aam Aadmi Party, but something entirely reverse happened.
Quickly, Syed Zafar Islam, before I bring in Raghav Avasthi.
Something entirely, so I'll just quickly complete. Something entirely in the reverse happened, and the people of Delhi have turned out in frogs and supported Arvind Kejriwal for this.
Okay. No. Syed Zafar Islam.
I don't know why the AAP leaders or the Karyakartas are celebrating. There's nothing to celebrate. He has not been proved innocence. It is just a temporary measure which has been taken by the Honorable Supreme Court. And he has to go back to the prison, go back behind the bar on 2nd of June. So what is there for you to thrill with joys? Having said that, what we feel, I mean, as a citizen, that many of the constitutional experts are also feeling that while Hemant Soren had followed the constitutional morality.
Sir, you made that point.
By
You made that point. Let me get Raghav
Awasthi.
Let me get Raghav Awasthi to weigh in on this.
No, other person as chief minister still his case not been taken seriously.
The
Raghav
first thing that we need to point out is that Mr. Kejriwal has not been granted this right to sign any files as chief minister. Yes, please. Thank you. So Mr. Kejriwal is not going to be signing any files as chief minister. This is not a carte blanche to him to continue as chief minister. So these are the first two things that need to be pointed out. The Supreme Court has very clearly said that he's not supposed to sign any files. So technically, even though he's out on bail so that he can campaign for 3 weeks, he's not chief minister anymore as on date. The second point that we need to make is this. The Aam Aadmi Party in 2019 and 2014, I think their tally over these two elections is less than, I think, 5 or 6 Lok Sabha seats. That's, I think, all that they have ever won. So to say that for somebody like Arvind Kejriwal, I mean, I don't think it's actually that big a political event. He's a bit of a political nobody when it comes to Lok Sabha elections. On the one hand, we have people who have actually won many state elections across the country and who have won 590 seats over the last 2 elections. How many seats has Arvind Kejriwal won? What is he really worth? So I think as on date, we should actually be focusing on and discussing the elections that are about to take place in Andhra Pradesh and the other states.
Sir, that's for the voters to decide, and we do. Sir, permit us to decide what makes news. Fair enough. You have a view on that. You may have a view on that. Raghav Awasthi, the fact remains, the Aam Aadmi Party says, despite all efforts of the Enforcement Directorate, bail was granted. Shubh Malhotra, respond to Raghav Awasthi and the BJP saying the courts have been more than kind to Arvind Kejriwal. The same courtesy not extended according to the BJP.
More importantly, what will he even do?
I have always found it.
Okay, Raghav Awasthi, you made your point. Shubh Malhotra is responding before I bring in Sanjay Jha.
I have always found it amazing how BJP always feels that their comments are always over and above what the Supreme Court of India is trying to say. You know, it just shows a very misplaced sense of superiority, which I think that the people are going to teach them a lesson about in the coming elections, because the people have understood that with these arrests like Arvind Kejriwal's arrest, Hemant Soren's arrest, at the cusp of elections to deliver a body blow to the parties that threatened him, because I take offense to the fact that he is insulting the mandate of the people of the country by saying that Arvind Kejriwal is a nobody because he is the chief of a national party. And I think, I don't know what hole that BJP is living in, that their people are sitting over here and saying that he's a nobody, because the amount of crowd and the amount of public that have turned out, not just on social media, not just on mainstream media, but not all on the streets of Delhi and around, that it is testament to the fact that they have. You are interrupting me. Let me complete. You can
so the moment she completes and I bring in Sanjay Jha into this
conversation, you can speak when it's your turn. So people along with the AAP have come and they are on the streets and relax.
Sir, the moment she finishes her point. Sir, the moment she finishes her point.
The fact remains that you are not letting me speak because, see,
permit me to moderate the moment she completes.
I know it's a difficult day for Bharatiya Janata Party because it has become very evident and clear how their efforts at undermining the democracy of the country have been defeated by the actions of Supreme Court. So I know it's a difficult day for you.